also notice how, this is just how I've always played it, but I never notice how hardcore it is to always use the pea shooter whenever you're going through it, because other people will use, I've watched Let's Play videos, I've watched, videos of people playing Mega Man 3 online, or any of the Mega Mans really, and they always take advantage of their weapons. And I usually don't. And it's not some kind of machismo statement, although when it comes to Mega Man 3, and to a lesser extent Mega Man 2, I'm certainly capable of making that machismo statement, because I am kind of a beast at these games, from time to time. It's just playing with the pea shooter is just the way I've always done it. It's the way I learned, and it's like you learn how to drive with a stick shift, and that becomes your comfort zone. Just, it feels weird to drive an automatic, which is technically better, or easier, I should say. And when you learn how to play with the pea shooter exclusively, that becomes your comfort zone. On a side note, I noticed that not everyone calls it the pea shooter. Like on Cinemassacre, Mike Matei calls it person. And I mean, I can kind of understand where he's coming from with that, because it's like, this is regular Mega Man before he's upgraded, but he's the only person I've ever heard call it person. Maybe it could just be a regional dialect thing. I can see where Mike could come across calling it person, but to me, that's just, I've never heard that before. I have heard many people call it, pea shooter though. And they also called, apparently it was common for NES cartridges to be called tapes back then, and I don't think I ever heard anyone call them that when I was a kid. So it might just be a regional dialect thing. Like maybe people around where Mike lived, which I believe was Philadelphia, I don't know, but maybe people who lived around Philadelphia called Mega Man person. That's just kind of how speech works. It's a localized thing. You talk like the people around you, whether intentional or unintentional. It eventually happens. You'll take on just the smallest mannerisms, at least, that you never knew you had. Yeah, magnet's a good thing to have right there. Yeah. Not a sustainable method, though. So, I mean, to each his own. Who knows? Maybe it's something that I'm going to eventually adapt as part of my speech vernacular as well. I mean, it's already happening. No longer are people just talking like the people around them, but thanks to the internet and through social media, people are talking like people from all over the world. Sometimes it's as simple as hearing a manner of speech. And just adapting it as part of your own because you think, hey, that sounds cool. And then other times it's just something that happens like in the background. I spoke about this a few weeks ago on one of my videos while I was playing Mario Kart, about how I got some of my speech mannerisms totally unintentional. Like maybe when I was a teenager or early adult, I was doing these speech mannerisms like on